Hello everyone, this is Pash from Soul Therapy by Pash. And as you could see that I'm here with my you versus your partner read. If you could see, we have this side as you, this side as your partner. These are the mutual energies. You might find the setup a bit weird or a bit empty because I am going to travel soon. So I have packed up my bags. So I don't have all my stuff apart from my cards and my candle and my aroma. So today we are going to do weekly you versus your partner read. For those who are old at my channel, who have been viewing me from long, they know that this read is a typical love read where we will be checking on the energies of you and your person. And if you are in a 5T connection where you both are standing in terms of your energies towards each other or opposite to each other. Either you are moving towards each other or you're moving away from each other. So it can be because you are moving on other independent journeys of yours, soul mission of yours, life purpose of yours, or your energies might be resonating or mirroring each other also. So this reading is all about your love connection, your 5D or 3D love connection. We'll be also checking the mutual energies of the connection, like what sort of energies are hovering around your connection, as in specifically, right? So if you see, there are 6 cards, and the middle card is the central energy card, which shows that what is the energy of the reading and individually of your partner and you. You can take any of the sides, you versus your partner read. So this can be you, your partner, or this can be you, this can be your partner, whatever. Take it that way. And based on the energies, you have to select the sides for yourself, right? So take the way it resonates to you, take the way you feel it's going to be matching based on your energies, right? So let's start the reading. Today I don't have my energy clearing bell also. I think I need to take it out from my packing so that I can just use it. But for now, we'll start the read without that. Anyways, I have cleansed this room before reading because I just finished someone's personal reading also. So let's do it. Let's start. So let's see what are your person's energy, what are your energies in love this week, what you can expect in your love connection. So take it the way it resonates to you based on the energy. So partner A, 5 of Swords, a lot of conflict. Let's see what this conflict is all about. So I'll just move this here. Yeah, so that I can move this here and we'll see what's upcoming. Central energy of partner B is 4 of Pentacles. Partner B is holding on tight to something. Let's see what is that. So let's open partner A cards, right? So partner A, 8 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, lot of 8 energy, 9 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, 9 of Swords, and Queen of Cups. Okay, in the middle of the reading, I will also be referring to the sides as masculine or feminine energy. You can take it as whichever way you want. It can be same-sex couple also, because I do only read for energies. I don't read for genders, okay? So let's move to partner B side. Magician, 10 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles. So we have 9 of Pentacles on both the sides. The Moon, 10 of Pentacles. So 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, we have it here. And we have 6 of Swords. And mutual energy shows Page of Wands, 9 of Pentacles in the mutual energies also. Oh my God. Okay. Magician is in the mutual energy. Hangman is in the mutual energy. Page of Pentacles in the mutual energy. And 8 of Swords in the mutual energy. So mutual energy is mixed of partner A and partner B. That's what I'll say. So let's start. Partner A, you are in some mind and heart conflict. And this mind and heart conflict is about a Queen of Pentacles and a Queen of Cups in your life. So there are 2 people in your life that you are right now juggling with. I feel this Queen of Cups is partner B And this Queen of Pentacles is someone like a third party in your, it can be you are married or your wife, or it can be a third party in terms of romance or love in your life. So you are juggling between these two energies. You are not able to understand, should I move towards Queen of Cups or should I stay with Queen of Pentacles? And this is making you feel like depressed, stressed, drained energy, sleepless nights, lot of tension. You really want to work on this connection with partner B. You really want to put your efforts into it. But right now, you feel stuck. You feel you're overthinking this connection. You feel that this connection, is it good for you to leave the Queen of Pentacles behind and your stability and money behind and to move towards the Queen of Cups, which is the emotional energy? And you are feeling that your hands are tied, you cannot do much about it. So there is a possibility that partner A, you are married or you are in commitment with someone. And that person who you are in commitment with, you are tied up with that person mostly because of family ties, money ties, financial or business connections. And now you are confused because you have Queen of Cups in your life suddenly, who is partner B. And now you're feeling a lot of love, a lot of emotion, a lot of sudden feeling of that I love partner B. Now you're confused. You feel that you are locked. Your hands are tied. You're overthinking the situation. You are going under a mental and heart conflict. I'll say that what should I do? Should I move towards my Queen of Cups? Should I leave Queen of Pentacles? So my stability will be shaken up. My money, my finances, my business will be shaken up. Or should I stay wherever I am? You are ready to put in the efforts, but you are still in a stressful mode. You are going through sleepless nights. Lot of thinking, lot of thinking, lot of thinking. You are seeing partner B as Nine of Pentacles. Very independent, very happy, very nurturing, very confident, very sexy and sassy. And partner B doesn't need anyone. You know that. And that's why also it's making you feel puzzled in a way. Because somewhere it's hitting your masculinity. Because I strongly feel there's a masculine energy I'm getting from partner A. It's hitting your ego. That if partner B, who is the Queen of Cups, who I feel so emotional about, who I feel so much love about, if she is so unbothered in her own energy, she is completely focusing on her life, completely focusing on herself, then is it good for me to move towards Queen of Cups, partner B? Or is it good for me to stay with the Queen of Pentacles, which is a not love-based connection, I'll say. It's a money-based connection, I'll say more. So now this is the confusion going on in partner A's life. Now I move to partner B. Partner B has a Four of Pentacles energy. So why I strongly feel that partner B, if you could see, I'll show you something. There are a lot of purses around this card. A lot of purses, a lot of money. So partner B is holding on tight to their money, holding on tight to their business, holding on tight to their focus on their money. They are not focusing on love at this point of time. They are in a magician energy. Partner B is in a magician energy. They know they have the resources to create what they want in their life. So they are basically behaving like a magician. They are creating what they want in their life, and that is money, abundance, wealth, business. Okay. What is hidden from partner B is that they have lot of stability financially. They have lot of love upcoming in their life. They have lot of stability upcoming in their life. They have lot of abundance coming in their life. They have lot of self-nurturing energy which is in their life already. Why it's the moon energy? Because they, I think, cannot see it. Partner B is making a move because we have a Six of Cards here. So they are making a big move in their life, this move is going to bring a lot of Ten of Cups, which is family life, love, abundance, beautiful abundance in terms of love and relationships. Beautiful abundance, 10 of Pentacles in terms of stability, wealth, business and everything. And 9 of Pentacles, which shows a beautiful abundance in terms of self-love, in terms of nurturing yourself, in terms of independence, in terms of freedom. So what I feel is this is more of a feminine energy where I feel that divine feminine, I'll say, or I'll say partner B, take the way it resonates through you. It's not necessary that you take it the way I'm saying it. But what I feel strongly is that partner B is moving or changing the location. Partner B is relocating, or partner B is changing the location or moving on from this connection. Strongly, I am feeling. They are moving on from this connection. They are departing. They are accepting the lessons that person A taught them. Partner A taught them. They are accepting the lessons. They are creating the distance. They are leaving partner A behind. And they are moving on, which is bringing a lot of abundance, lot of security, lot of domestic harmony, lot of windfall of money, traditions, stability, everything, success, rewarded efforts, achievements, independence, material security, self-sufficiency, whatever you name it, you have it. So partner B is going to have everything in their life because they have accepted the lessons, they have moved on from this connection, and they have successfully focused on their own growth, focused on their own business or job or money or wealth or whatever it is. In mutual energies, we have Page of Pentacles and Page of Wands, which shows that this person, that is partner A, is watching partner B, watching them moving on, watching them accepting the lessons, watching them leaving partner A behind. They definitely are looking at partner B as like something which is very beautiful, shiny, and they really want it. If you see the desire in the eyes of the page, right? But this energy is very small. It's not a big energy. It's not a big desire that they just take an action. It's a small desire, I'll say. And with the desire, they have 8 of Swords again, which is here in partner A's energy. Similar card. They feel that if you see this dress, they have a lot of swords in it. So basically, they are feeling that they cannot move. They cannot take any action towards partner B. If partner B is leaving, as we can see, the partner B is leaving, right? Yeah. And all these swords which are here on the dress of partner A, these swords are taken aside and partner B is moving away. So partner A is not doing anything. They are just watching partner B moving, which is the worst thing ever. They are still stuck. Hangman is here. So partner A is basically still stuck. They have all the resources to create whatever they want in their life. Magician energy is there, but they are not creating it. They are not creating it because they, again, the mutual energy of the connection is also 9 of Pentacles, which shows that they feel that partner B is already very, very confident, very, very independent, very, very free from any sort of expectations from partner A. So partner A is really feeling, it's somewhere I feel hitting their ego, that why should I take that action? Maybe partner B is not in need of that offer, or maybe they are not expecting me to come and offer something or something like that. This kind of energy I'm getting from this read, which is a very selfish energy, which is a very excusive energy, I'll say, because they're excusing themselves for not taking an action, basically, because they don't want, it's not they don't want, they are not capable of taking a decision that what they want in their life. They want Queen of Pentacles, they want Queen of Cups. They want love or they want money. Again, I'll say one more thing, which I recently heard in many tarot readings, that partner A, I feel, which is a masculine energy, are also thinking that if they move towards Queen of Cups, which is partner B, if they move towards love, then they have to leave money behind, which is not the truth. Which is not the truth. Queen of Pentacles is giving them hard time in love. They are only getting materialism, money, family ties, traditions, business, all these kind of vibes from their current partner or current commitment. They're not getting any love. And that's why they feel that if they move towards Queen of Cups, that is partner B, if they move towards love, they're going to miss on the money. They're going to miss on the business. So this person might have strong issues of codependency. They're not confident about themselves that they can stand up and they can create something for themselves whenever wherever they want. And that's why it's a clinging energy, where they're clinging on to the Queen of Pentacles because they don't want to lose on the money if they chase love. I'm getting a very creepy vibes. I don't know why. Creepy vibes as in like they are feeling that if they chase love, they are going to miss out on money. But why they are on the first place dependent on this Queen of Pentacles for money? Why? Why they are not confident enough and have little bit of self-worth for themselves where they can stand up for their love, chase their love, take an action towards their love and earn their own money. Simple. Magician energy is here twice, which shows that all the resources are here. They want to work on this connection. They are a hardworking person. They want to work on this connection, put an effort into this connection. But again, confusion is money or love. Should I stay with my Queen of Pentacles where I am lacking love but getting money, business or whatever? Take the way it resonates to you. Or should I move towards my Queen of Cups, that is partner B, where I get a lot of love but maybe not money? Because this person is not self-confident enough to understand that they can earn money with love. Or they don't believe. They feel that they have to make a choice. That's what I feel. They don't believe. They feel that they have to make a choice that either money or love. They don't think that they can get both. They feel that they don't deserve both at one point of time. Because right now, the commitment they are in, right now, the partnership they are in, right now, if they are married, they are experiencing the lesson of getting only one thing, either love or money. You can't get both. So that's kind of a overthinking pattern or a kind of a negative thinking pattern where they feel that I can choose only one. I cannot get both. I don't deserve that, or my destiny doesn't have something like this, which is totally nonsense, I would say. But here, partner A is going through a lot of stressful nights, I'll say, and a lot of mental and heart conflict, and a lot of overthinking, and a lot of tied up energy. And this is the energy where Eight of Swords show that this person is not actually tied up. They can, if you see, this rope can easily be opened by the person who is tied up by themselves. They can use their hands and open it. But they are excusing. They are giving excuses that I'm tied up, I cannot open it. I'm tied up, I cannot open it. They can anytime choose to move towards love by leaving the Queen of Pentacles. But they are giving them excuse that, oh, I am tied up in a commitment. I am in a commitment. I have promised someone. I have my family ties. I have business. I have money which is tied up to this person. So I cannot leave this person who is Queen of Pentacles. I cannot move to Queen of Cups, that is partner B. But regardless, partner B is not affected by all this. What partner B cannot see is that because they have accepted the lessons from this person, they have accepted the lessons in the love life, they have accepted this person not taking an action towards them, partner B is moving on and leaving this person behind, partner A behind, which is giving them a reward of a beautiful life, a reward of lots of love, lots of family satisfaction, lots of self-love, lots of wealth, lots of abundance overall, I'll say. Completely focused on money, wealth, abundance. And if there is little bit of energy, partner B is holding on tight to partner A. They are also moving on from this. Here is the card. So trust me, if you are on partner B's side, you are going to be great. Not even great, I don't have words for that. You're going to be super, super great, I'll say. And if you're on partner A's side, then I'll say wake up. Wake up. Because everybody deserves everything in life. It's not that if you chase love, you will lose on money. You just need to have that confidence. You have to believe in yourself. That at any age, any point in life, wherever you are, you can get money, earn money, make yourself stand up. So you have to leave this codependent energy, partner A, this overthinking energy, and you have to make a choice, which partner A has not made yet. And that's why there is a hangman energy, stuck energy, there is a watching energy, and definitely there is a eight of swords, overthinking energy, that I cannot do it because I'm tied up in a commitment. So giving excuses to themselves or to the world, I'll say, or to their friends or family or whatever. Not a very nice energy I'm getting from this read, but I would say that you never know. Cards tell a story, but if this person, by any chance, partner A, comes out of a conflict, that is mental and heart conflict, come out of their overthinking energy, then they might confess, they might say or take some action towards partner B, but partner B is not affected by all this. So if partner A is in some way feeling attacked energetically by partner B because partner B is moving on, partner B is not bothering about partner A, partner B is not looking at partner A, partner B is not waiting for partner A, which I think they were in the past. Now, partner A is really feeling the hit of partner B moving on. Seeing someone you love moving on from you is not an easy job. It's a karma. Right? So, let's see what happens this week. Let's ask if we can expect any action from partner A's side. Partner A, any action? Partner is ending something. Let's ask what they are ending. What are you ending, partner A? Death is here. They are transforming because it's not only ending card, it's also transformation card. So I asked what they are ending and what they are transforming to. They are transforming and getting ready for their Four of Wands. That is my 11 card. That's my twin flame card. That's my divine love card. So basically, partner A is transforming. Reading is changing. So the action card is there is that your person, that is partner A, is transforming. If you are on the partner B side, and they are preparing for a full-on commitment with you because they feel that you are a divine counterpart or you are a twin flame. Let's see if there is any action card from partner B side. Partner B, what you are going to do? What's your action? Oh my God, too many cards. Four of Wands is falling here also, but I'll not take it. Let's see what comes up. Strength. Partner B is saying that I'm very courageous. I am very brave. I'm very confident. I'm very compassionate, but I'm very self-confident also. Right? I have that inner power. Let's ask what else? Any action? King of Swords. Partner B is basically saying, I have the integrity. I have the morality. I have the seriousness. I have strictness. I have high standards, right? So I have the strength also. I have the courage. So if partner A is transforming and thinking of taking action towards partner B, then partner B's response to the action is that I have high standards, I have morality, I have seriousness. So come with that energy. Don't come with a playful energy with me. I'm very brave, I'm very courageous. I can move on from this anytime. Bottom of the deck is Four of Wands. So I feel that somewhere partner B also in the subconscious wants this commitment, wants this offer. It might lead to commitment, I'll say, in future. But right now, partner B is in King of Swords energy, which is very, very cutthroat, high standard energy, authoritative energy, where they might ask for a reason that why so much delay, where the person A was, why didn't come until now, right? So all these questions are going to be asked. That's what I feel. And partner A's bottom of the deck is Ace of Cups. So partner A is saying that, yeah, I want commitment. I'm transforming. Wait for me. I love you. I want a new beginning in love with you. And partner B is saying, okay, I'm waiting. I'm not waiting. I'm moving on. Sorry. And I also want commitment, but don't think that I'm easy peasy. Don't take me easy peasy, right? I am courageous. I'm the epitome of strength, and I need the reason. I need this. I need the truth. I need the integrity. I need the loyalty. I need the seriousness. So this might turn into something serious in future or commitment in future because we have Four of Wands on both the sides and we have Four of Wands here also, which shows that definitely there is a chance of commitment, or it can be a twin flame connection, because it is also a 11 card. Interesting. So I hope you like this reading. I hope this reading resonated with you. If you like this reading, please don't forget to press like, subscribe, and comment. Please follow me on my social media channels like Instagram and Facebook with the name of Soul Therapy by Pash. You can find me on TikTok, and you can also find me with the same name on my YouTube. And you can subscribe to my YouTube channel by pressing the subscribe button. Please don't forget to put up the comments. I really would love to read your comments and claim this energy. Always I say that if you are on this read and it's resonating with you. And if you want to book a reading with me, you can go to my website. You can book the read directly from there, or you can book a reading with me on my Linktree app, which is in my bio on Instagram and Facebook. So I hope this reading resonated with you. I hope this gives you a clarity what you are. I mean, what you're doing, what your person is doing, where you are going, where your person is going. But both somewhere I feel at a subconscious level wants this commitment. So take care, love and light. See you with my next read. Bye-bye.